Hey you! It's me! Yes, me! Ancient Swan, thanks for coming to yet another tiny wee history map, and in the interests of wasting absolutely 0 more seconds, let's begin. Today, we are in Budelsdorf, Germany. Budelsdorf. Now there's a place that screams tourist hotspot. Picture this. It's the Stone Age, around 3000 BC, and the locals are busy not inventing the wheel, but somehow managing to farm and hunt while rocking the finest in Stone Age chic. They lived in small settlements which were basically ancient neighbourhoods where you could borrow a cup of mammoth tusk from your neighbour. Discovered by a historian collector in the 1950s, what is now known as the Budelsdorf enclosure wasn't just any patch of dirt. It was the ancient equivalent of a gated community. Built with 4 concentric rings and elaborately designed gateways, allowing access through 2 points, one eastern access and one northeastern. The Stone Age people who once lived here also dug ditches up to 3.5 meters wide and 5 meters deep, before then surrounding them with wooden palisades. Talk about commitment to home security. Archaeologists, those modern-day time travelers with a fetish for dirt, found a settlement here with around 40 houses. The architecture was a mix of northern Germany and southern Scandinavia styles, because even back then people loved a good Scandinavian design. This also shows evidence of contact between the two areas. It might not be much to think about now, but that's because nowadays we have planes, trains and rollerblades. But this was an age when the best they could hope for was a waterproof bearskin and a strong prevailing wind. These people crossed the Baltic Sea, and they did it with nothing but Stone Age tools and determination. I don't know about you, but they're already making me feel quite inept. And here's the kicker. The enclosure wasn't used during the settlement phase. So what was it for? Perhaps for their ceremonial raves, or to keep out the Stone Age door-to-door salesmen. Sorry, we're not interested in your flint-tipped spears. We've got plenty, thanks. This place, along with the nearby Neolithic cemetery of Borgstedt, forms a micro-region that offers a smorgasbord of early European drama. But seriously, this site gives us invaluable insights into the prehistoric social hierarchy. Apparently, even our ancient ancestors were into showing off their social status. Forget about Instagram influencers. These guys had burial mounds and ceremonial ditches. Hey, have you seen my new ditch? It's 5 meters deep, but still not deep enough for yo mama. The location of the Budelsdorf enclosure on the north bank of the Ida River is certainly related to its accessibility. This river system covers almost the whole of Schleswig-Holstein in its west-east directions. The connection of the nearby Neolithic Borgstedt cemetery to the enclosure is made obvious by the orientation of the long burial mounds, almost all of which point in the direction of the enclosure. Little else is known about the original Stone Age inhabitants of this settlement, though there is evidence that they became Celts over time, and at one point this city was put under siege by invading Romans. At some point in our distant past, the ancient settlement was abandoned for unknown reasons. But what if it hadn't been abandoned? What if it had continued to grow? Well, in order to answer that question, I made this map. If you also have an itching to know, feel free to follow the link below and download the free map and build your city right here. Now, because I am the politest of polite humans, here's the map with the map information. Theme, European. Climate, -5 to 33 degrees Celsius. Latitude, northern. Buildable area, 90%. Outside connections, roads, rail, sea, air, power. Natural resources, wheat 181 square kilometers, forest 132 kilotons, or 187 kilotons, oil 190 kilotons, terrain, very flat except for some mounds. Right, and that's us for today, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's the only thing that keeps my wife happy. And happy wife equals happy life, I think. To be honest, I don't really know. That's just what people tell me. I don't know firsthand, though, because she's always miserable as shit.